All right, hey guys. I am Jaden Washington, and I decided to do a video because I feel like it'd be a lot easier to talk to you guys like this than to do it in front of you guys in class. And my topic is fat genetic. When I picked this topic, it first started off because back last year in PE 381, Friedman was saying that fat in no way had come from like your parents or like from your family in general, like relatives. And I just found that really hard to believe because I'm not like the fittest person, but and I don't think that it's something that just is because I think that it has come down from my parents. Like my father has type 2 diabetes. My mother is not does not have one of the diseases, any of the diseases that could cause like fat storage, but she is not a slim woman. But I believe that obesity is something that can be passed down from generations or relatives. Um, when I was researching articles, I found two that supported my side of this argument or myth, you could call it. Um, the first article, how I interpreted, was that diseases like type 2 diabetes or thyroid problems are affiliated with obesity. So if you have these diseases, then it is likely that you are obese. And I basically understood that as something that can be passed down. If diabetes is something that can be passed down, and thyroid problems is something that can be passed down, and so can obesity since it is affiliated. Like who people who are obese are likely to have type 2 diabetes or thyroid issues, even though thyroid issues does fluctuate. So it's not a direct connection between the diseases and that, but it is likely that those people are obese. Um, the next article that I looked at came at it in a different aspect. It said it looked at it more of what's going on in the brain, and it talked about how some people have not some people that there is the what is it called, the appetite control center in the brain, which controls how much a person eats, and it talks about how that is something that is genetic, and how a person thinks about food and everything else is something that is genetic. And then how I connected that to my topic is by saying that once if your food intake is, say, like my mom, even though she doesn't have the like any health problems, like my mom, like if she has this appetite control center and mine is set up just like hers, it is likely that I would be the same size as her or similar size to her. um, and it turns the food intake into something that is involuntary when it is normally voluntary. In conclusion, I would say now that I believe that obesity can be genetic, but not all people who are obese is due to genetics, if that makes sense. So just because I found these two articles does not mean that every person that is obese is getting it from their parents or from grandparents. Down lines of generation. But some cases it can be genetic that a person is obese. If you guys have any questions, I'll be to the side to try and explain more. Thank you.